Hello everybody, Chief Meteorologist Tim Buckley with you now. It is the day before New Year's Eve. One more day to go in 2025. Glad to have you with us. We'll be talking about what's going on right now, what we're looking at heading into the holiday, and really throughout the rest of the week. You know, things have been pretty quiet overall, but still a lot of change compared to where we were. All those 70s have been such a distant memory, and right now we're all focused on the cold air and the wind. Thankfully, the wind has started to go away a little bit. Right now across Greensboro, it's chilly. Temperatures are down into the mid-30s across the area, so we're definitely looking at colder and colder. It's been a chilly day of weather. You know, the morning we started out in the 20s, right around 24 degrees. This afternoon, we only made it up into the upper 30s. So one of the colder days of the winter season so far. We've had about 4 days this winter that didn't make it above 40, and today is one of those. So that's kind of where we've been. It's been very wintry, not just here, but also in the North Carolina mountains. We talk about the wind. The wind has been a bit of an issue, of course. Not so much here locally for today, but the mountains have still been super gusty. They had a 66 mile per hour wind gust in Boone. That was earlier in the morning hours. Grandfather Mountain, they had a gust of around 81. That was today. So yesterday they had a 94 mile per hour gust. Early hours of today they got up to an 81 mile per hour gust. The good news with all of that is that the winds have started to lessen. So right now we are definitely seeing improved conditions with the wind. But boy, I just kind of want to leave this camera up for a little while. Just take a look at Beech Mountain. I mean, this is a scene. I mean, that's really a scene, isn't it? Total sideways snowfall. And this is man-made. This is all man-made snowfall right now. Mother Nature is not doing this. So the way that this works, when you have cold enough air, dry enough air, you can make snow, and that's what they do to try and keep stuff on the slopes up there. This is the Beech Mountain Resort, and they're actively, trying to build up that snow base. It's been difficult because of how warm the temperatures were throughout the holidays. But now is finally a good chance to rebuild some of that snowpack, and you can see a lot of skiers, a lot of snowboarders. Well, they're ready to go, and they're really enjoying it. It's cold, it's windy, but they're not complaining. It doesn't look like up on Beech Mountain, North Carolina. Pretty impressive sight, to say the least. Again, we're not worried about our wind any longer, not so much. I do expect overnight tonight that we won't really have any gusty winds. Temperatures will basically be the thing that we're tracking. So over the next couple of hours, we'll be cooling off pretty quickly. From where we were earlier today, only in the 30s, we're getting down back into the 20s yet again. So similar to where we were this morning, I would expect us to wake up to right around 24 to 25 degrees to start your tomorrow. So New Year's Eve is going to be a cold day. There's no doubt about it, but it doesn't last like it did for today. So temperatures in the 20s to start the day. As you go to the afternoon, tomorrow will warm up a bit better than we did this afternoon. So take a look at this. Wednesday, cold for the morning. New Year's Eve does get into the mid-40s and the upper 40s for tomorrow afternoon. A lot of sun to be found. It's a little breezy still, but it's not quite as cold. So still dry weather out there, but the chill is not quite the same. I have us at about 49 degrees for tomorrow, and then 51 for New Year's Day. So overall, things are getting better in terms of temperatures, not quite as chilly as it was earlier, but overall we're doing okay. So that's kind of the forecast for the next couple of days. Ringing in 2026 with some seasonable weather. The average high this time of year is right around 50 degrees. So it's nothing out of the ordinary is what we're not expecting for the next couple of days. High pressure's been in control. We still see it off to the south of us. We're continuing to find a bit of a breeze for tomorrow, so there will be a breeze in effect for tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 40s, as I said. Now, beyond that, there should be a pretty decent chance to continue to warm a little bit. Going into Thursday, I have us in the low 50s, but there's no real rain. There's no rain or snow or any big weather systems to track here. Not to call it a boring forecast, but there's just not a ton of excitement, right? So overall, we're not finding a lot of wild weather systems headed our way. Something we have been tracking, though, is looking ahead toward the weekend. The Saturday forecast is the one day that still has some questions to it. And what we had been noticing is that this low pressure area moving off to our south Well, yesterday when we looked at it, it would have a pretty good chance to bring a lot of that rain northward. Now it's trending a little bit farther off to the south. So with that motion, we would have a better chance to staying dry, okay? So that's something we'll have to keep an eye on. It doesn't look to me like we're home free one way or another, but the trends here have been favoring more of a south direction to this system. So that would favor a weekend that really is pretty much just dry for both days. So we'll see if this trend holds. It could certainly trend back in the opposite direction. But right now, it's not looking like rain for Saturday. This is kind of the model idea for the next couple of days. If we break it down, we're obviously dry tomorrow, dry for Thursday, dry for Friday. That's locked in. Saturday is the one day we still want to keep an eye on, but that rain is trending to be a bit farther and farther off to the south. So keep checking back for any updates. We'll certainly have them for you if need be. But overall, no rain chance, really much of anything. No snow chances either. There has been snow in the northern tier of the country. A lot of it, they call this lake effect snow in the Northeast. They've been seeing a lot of that today. In fact, Syracuse, New York, they've gotten about 19 inches throughout the day today. You can see that. That's the best visibility this camera has had all day. I've been looking at this since I got into work around 2 o'clock. This is pretty heavy stuff. I think they got about 19 inches today, and they're at about 70 inches for the season. That's just November and December so far. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Happy New Year. New Year's Eve tomorrow. We're looking at Thursday, New Year's Day as well. Both days should be pretty typical. The average high, like I said, is 50. The average low is 31. So all things considered, we're doing all right. And that's where we're looking for the next couple of days. How about low 50s for your Friday? Looking ahead to the weekend, I am going to keep at least a low chance of some rain in the forecast for Saturday. But again, most of that is trending off to our south as well. Heading forward into next week, there have been a lot of chatter online about snow chances. I don't see it right now. I see us mostly as being in the 50s. We'll let you know if that changes. We're going to be back talking about the weird December we've had with Brittany Van Voorhees in Charlotte. That's coming up in just a few minutes.